Show you care everywhere. That's the theme this year for United Way's National Day of Caring. And this morning, joining us on set is Ian Benjamin, Director of United Way Trinidad and Tobago. And joining us via Zoom is Ryan Lewis, Executive Director of Label House, UWTT Company Champion. Good morning, gentlemen. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, August. Thank you for having us.
Ryan, you're there with us online as well?
Yeah. Yes, morning.
All right, fantastic to have you guys here. Let me start with you, Mr. Benjamin. Tell us exactly what is the National Day of Caring all about and why should we care?
Okay, so National Day of Caring is something that's been going on in Trinidad, sponsored by United Way, driven by us for the last 10 years, with a bit of an interruption because of COVID. And primarily what we do is we engage with schools and schools communities and children's homes. And what really happens is that they come to us with maybe a shopping list. An example might be they want to refurbish a playground.
Right.
They want to do a grow box area. They would like a library refurbished. So we then engage with them, collate and curate those projects, and then liaise with our sort of corporate partners and the other volunteer community to make those projects happen. So people like Ryan step up to the plate.
Yeah.
They choose a project. They might do it on their own. They might do it with another entity, another group of people. And the idea is to execute that project and enhance the learning and living environment for the younger people in our national community.
Yeah. Ryan, I'm curious as to what makes you want to partner with United Way on projects like this?
Well, we've partnered with United Way for many years on many other projects, Project Care. We actually, on annual basis, we work a lot with United Way. So we see a lot of great things coming out of United Way and the way that they operate and approach community involvement. So we really saw this as a natural fix. This is our second time doing it, actually. We did in 2019 at Nelson Street Boys. So, when they came to us and said, would you, want to join the committee? And two, would you like to become a care ambassador, a champion? We jumped at it right away.
What does it mean to be a care ambassador, a champion?
What does it mean to me, or what does it mean to, I think, all the care ambassadors? I think it's really it shows you want to give back to the community. It shows you really want to help where you can, whether it be monetary or just be able to help uplift the community. So I think it really, by giving you receive, and it's really something the whole team comes together and becomes care ambassadors together. Our whole staff is excited about it, and we just think it's something that everyone should be a part of.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree, but I like to hear, the perspective of people who are doing it actively year after year, and I really just, want to inspire others who may be listening, who may be thinking, I'm not sure if this will be beneficial to me or whatever the case may be. Mr. Benjamin, how many people do we have volunteering to be a part of this on a regular basis?
Well, it depends. I mean, when, let's say the last time we did this on a large scale, 2019, there were probably between 2,000 to 3,000 volunteers in all.
Okay.
Maybe
and these come from all care ambassadors? Or?
Well, across the country, from a whole variety of companies and entities coming together. So everybody, to kind of pick up on your question about a care ambassador, everybody can be a care ambassador in this sense. Everyone can show that they care. So that's stuff that comes from their heart. That's one. Number two, doing something instead of
talking about it. Or
and
tweeting about
and
it.
then an ambassador means you represent. So if you represent by your actions, and what that can have, and what we've seen over time, and we hope is going to continue in 2023, is that it has a multiplier effect. Because somebody who maybe didn't have time, or didn't get a project in on time, or maybe they were traveling, says, well, next year I want to be involved.
Yeah.
So the demonstration effect, they want to join in, they want to be a participant, and they want to be involved.
If somebody wants to be a part of it, is there a cost to them? Do I have to pay to be a part of this? How does it work?
Well, there's a cost of your time, but no, we're not, if you turned up on the day and you said, I want to do something, of course you have to pay for gas to get to a location.
Well, of course.
But no, nobody's going to ask you as an individual to pay to be a participant. Clearly, if you are, I gave you an example, let's suppose you want to repaint a classroom.
Right.
A principal or a senior teacher in a school says, I really would like to convert this classroom into a library. Well, paint doesn't come free.
Right.
So that's sometimes it comes from corporate sponsors. Sometimes within companies, employees would have a little fundraising event so that they can do a project that's perhaps a little bit more ambitious.
Right.
And what often happens is you get within an entity, people coming together, doing a bit of fundraising, and every single case, management says, I will match, I will contribute.
What you
And
guys
then
put
similarly,
in.
you
Yeah.
might go to a hardware store or paint provider, and you might get a discount. So it's really, there's an opportunity at every step of the way, for people to make a contribution and to be involved.
Do you guys have you guys earmarked what the projects are that you're going to be working on for this
Yes, we
time
have.
around?
Yes, we have. So the way that it works is that primarily schools and children's homes and NGOs would come to us and say, well, listen, my wish list involves, I gave a couple of examples already, but others have been things like refurbishing a kitchen. On other occasions, whole schools have been painted.
Yeah.
So it just depends on what people's capacity and their appetite is. So once we get that list, we then try to match. So there's a little bit of matchmaking that goes on. And one of the things we try to emphasize is collective working. And what we mean by that is, there may be a project that Raucus and Ian could not pull off by themselves.
Right.
But if they got together with Ryan and Kim,
Right.
then things can happen. So collective working is us coming together. And if you can't do that, sometimes we do a little bit of, we pull people together and say,
Right.
listen, there's a smaller project. Maybe you want to get involved, make it a little more ambitious, bigger project, bigger impact,
Yeah.
all for the good of the young people in the
Are
country.
you ever concerned about that group project mentality, where some people do the work and some people don't, and take the credit anyway?
I have to say not really, because what we've experienced over time is, I think, almost an opposite occasion. By that I mean, from time to time we have gone to institutions and they have a significant wish list. Not possible to do it in 1 year,
Right.
on 1 day of caring. So you might, as in the past, you might split it over 2 years, 2018, 2019 by way of example, or even this year, 2023, 2024. What I am expecting to happen, as has happened in the past, is that you might start off with, and I'll just give a number, 50 people in 2023, 2024, bet your bottom dollar, it's 75 people on site.
Right.
And 75 people who are working because they can see a result. They get a great deal of joy and satisfaction from participation, and there's an opportunity to build a relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Most
those things
definitely.
it's really plus, plus, plus.
Yeah, and it built in, so everybody kind of you have to work together, and you kind of feel the inspiration and share that positivity.
And it's less have to than want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a willingness, which is really what volunteerism is about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, man. I love that we kind of bring in the spirit and bring in this energy together. Ryan, before we go, I'm just curious as to, I want to give you the opportunity to encourage people to be a part of this by giving them your experience, telling them why they should be a part of the United Way Day of Caring.
Well, as I said, since it's our second year, we do have the experience from before where when we finished, doing painting and doing murals at the school, just to see the upliftment in the young boys come in when they came the next day, and actually the murals are still up to date and still are a driving force behind, motivation. And we also did over certain classrooms and libraries. And in speaking with the teacher from the new school, and seeing the opportunity that lies there, got me excited already. You can actually see, we walked the school and saw the students, and when they heard what we wanted to do, they started to light up. We hadn't even shown them what we're going to do, but just them walking around and seeing that people are coming and they care about us and they want to do something. It was, a huge, nice feeling. And I think that the Show You Care Everywhere is such a great program. And I think everyone should get involved, whether it is in the 17 projects outlined or just in their own communities. I think, it really is an amazing program that everyone should feel great about. And it's just, if you can just give your time and look out there and see what there is. What we saw at the school was outlined. We saw 10 other things that we said, you know what, we want to do this anyway.
Nice.
So I really would love, if everyone on the 21st of May, Sunday, call in, find out, there are places that are close by that you could come, or even go further and venture out with your team. We're doing it as a team building event at our
Nice.
company. But I really think it's a great opportunity for all.
Thank you so much, Ryan, and thank you for joining us this morning and sharing as well. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
All right, take care. Before we wrap with you, Mr. Benjamin, just let people know how they can be a part of it if they're interested.
So give us a call, 717-8630, or Facebook, website. All of those are ways to get in contact with us. Give us an indication of what your interest is. If we can't fit you in this year, we'll definitely have your name down for next year.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning, and congratulations on your work. May 21st is the National Day of Caring.
Yes.
All courtesy United Way, and of course you can be a part of it across the website, the Facebook, the Instagram, everything. You can get the information available there. Thank you again, Mr. Benjamin. Thank you, Mr. Lewis, for joining us, and do enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll take a quick break and come back with your birthday shout, so stay tuned.
To be blamed, and does it matter?